Selena. I'm here to do another tag video, and I'm doing the Academy Awards Bookish tag. And I was tagged by Silver Bookworm, and I'll leave a link to her video and her channel down below. And the originator of this tag is over at Bookadoodles, so I'll also leave a link to that down below. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. This has been going around for a while. I'm probably the last person to do this, so I am not going to tag anyone. But after watching this video, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. I think it was originally supposed to be just for books that you read in 2013, like in the Academy Awards. It's only for movies that were released like during a certain time frame last year. So, but I can't do that because I don't think I have enough books to satisfy all the categories. So this is just a composite of books I've read through my life, and these are the awards I would give them. Yeah. So number 1 is Best Actor or Best Male Protagonist, and that is going to go to Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. Marco from Saga was a very close second. He was a contender, but for longevity's sake, I think I'm going to go with Mr. Darcy. Next is Best Actress, so that would be the Best Female Protagonist. Best Female Protagonist is Jane Eyre, and it's from the book Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I just love her personality, her spunk, her determinedness to do what's right. I enjoy reading her, and will always enjoy reading her. Best Cinematography or Best Plot Twist. Ender's Game. I did not see it coming. I did not see it coming. And I had people telling me when I was reading this book last year that watch out for the plot twist. Watch out for the plot twist. And I was watching out for it, and I still didn't see it coming. Yeah. This plot twist was... Next is Best Costume Design, so that is going to go to the book with the best cover. I have a couple of books I liked. I did feature one book one time for best book cover, but I think I'm going to go with this book this time. Right now I'm really feeling this cover. It is a anniversary edition of The Giver, and I just love like this gold and orange thing happening. Orange is my second favorite color, and then the Newberry metal there in gold, and then the lettering, and watch, you take the cover off and it's like orange on the inside and the letters are gold. Oh. I just think that this is just very beautifully done. It's abstract with nature kind of images, and then you have the Giver on the side and the corner. I just like it. It's aesthetically pleasing. Next is Best Supporting Actor, and that would be Best Male Female Sidekick. Okay, I may be cheating a little bit, but I'm going to go with this because it's in book form, so it works. This is my favorite Doctor, and I loved the Doctor and Donna. They were the best. The best. And her grandfather is also just awesome. When the Doctor and he were fighting the Master, yeah. I don't know, I love these two as sidekicks with the Doctor, and since it is a book, I'm going to pick it. Next is Best Original Screenplay, so that's going to go to the book with the most unique plot or world building. And I'm not finished with this yet. I'm more than halfway done, but I'm going to go with Jasper for Shades of Grey. He just builds really unique worlds, and I've talked about Jasper before many a times on my channel. But reading this, I would have never have thought this. A world where the color that you're able to perceive dictates your status in society. Like, I don't know, I would never have thought of this world and the things that he throws into this world. So I'm going to go with Shades of Grey by Jasper Fforde. Next is Best Adapted Screenplay, so that's going to be your favorite book-to-movie adaptation, and that's going to be Little Women, and the Winona Ryder version of Little Women. Yeah, I love it. This is kind of like, this is my holiday right here. I love watching this, especially during the holiday season, and this is my book. I just like these two together. Okay, so the next award is Best Animated Feature. So a book that you would like to see turned into an animated movie or TV show. And I'm going to go with Archetype the Thief. So this is book 1 in the Archetype series, and the author is, she told me how to pronounce it, I believe it's Anya Crabtree. But yeah, I love this book. I believe this is independently published still. I got this as a Goodreads giveaway. This book was so good. It deals with fairy tales and fairy people coming into our world and the mishaps and mayhem that ensues when the two worlds collide. You have characters who you think you know and then you don't, and that's always awesome. But I think because of the magical system that's working in this book, it would be best done as an animated movie, just because so much of what we know of fairy tales, at least my generation, comes from animated films, like Disney films. It would be great to see this done as an animated film, to kind of maybe like a counter Disney movie. And next up is Best Director. So a writer that I've newly discovered, that's going to be Brandon Sanderson. I am so sorry, I have never heard of Brandon Sanderson until 2013. Where have I been? But I read The Rhythmatist. That was one of the first books I read in 2013. Loved it. I'm getting ready to read Mistborn for March, and with the BookTube Buddy Reads, I'm loving his writing style. So this is an author that I have newly discovered. His world building is epic. It's epic. So the next category is Best Visual Effects. So that's going to be the book with the best action, and I'm going to go with The Shambling Guide to New York City by Murray Lafferty, and I read this last summer. Again, it deals with mythological creatures coming into our world and our reality and just the mayhem that ensues. And so we follow Zoe as she kind of navigates this new world, because she is working with these people. So she has to, not only just deal with, personalities, but she has to worry about, finding brains in the company refrigerator and not being seduced by an incubus or a succubus or something like that. It's just craziness. But yeah, tons of action, and then there's this like awesome fight scene that happens, one at one local New York City airport and then in Central Park. It's such a good action book. Next category is musical score. Harry Potter. All of the Harry Potters. I love the music from the Harry Potter movies. It's just awesome. I think we all know that. We can agree on that and move on. Next up is Best Short Film. So I would show you a novella that I've read, but I don't have it. Sorry. But it's going to be Shop Girl. I don't read a lot of novellas, but I remember reading and loving Shop Girl by Steve Martin. And it was turned into a movie starring Claire Danes, and the movie was good, but I just think the book was just so much better. But yeah, sorry I don't have a copy of it. Maybe I'll show it, maybe I won't. You can look it up. Next is Best Picture or Best Standalone, and I'm going to go with Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Are Watching God. As small as this book is, this is a tiny book, I feel like it packed so much into this story, following Janie in her life, going from her different marriages and the men in her life and her trials and struggles. I mean, we start with Janie when she's a very young girl, a young teenager, and we go through until she's, I think, in her mid-30s. I have to reread. But yeah, just the losses, the struggles, her loves, heartache. So much is in this. This is an awesome standalone, and the story, storms and tea cake. I love tea cake. So yeah, Zora Neale Hurston, Their Eyes Are Watching God. And the last category is Best Documentary, so that would be historical fiction or nonfiction. I haven't read this in a while, but I remember reading it and enjoying it. It's Terry Jones' Who Murdered Chaucer, a medieval mystery. So there is some controversy surrounding not just his writing, but his death, and so Terry Jones kind of delves into the medieval world and builds a court and the intrigue that surrounded Chaucer during his lifetime, and just positing what could have possibly happened. I did learn a lot about Chaucer reading this book. I learned more about his life as a diplomat traveling into Italy and across Europe as sort of like a diplomat for the king. And I was also introduced to Terry Jones as not just someone from the Mighty Python series, but also as a respected historian. That is my tag. Again, I tag everyone. If you were wanting to do this tag but were waiting to be tagged, I tag you. You can say that I tagged you if it matters that much. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to share, and thank you, Silver Bookworm, for tagging me. Bye.